Hello everyone. Welcome on back to the Warren, where today we're doing things a little bit different. Last week on this day, we finished Assassin's Creed 1, and I was not sure what I'd do in between because I don't exactly like going directly into the next in the series, because then it just feels like a long slog of the same game for fucking ever. So I do like to throw something else in there, but I had no clue what to throw in the middle. I was clueless. But then, today, like 10 minutes before 8 p.m. for 2000 hours, I was like, oh, I have this game. And it actually can kind of fit the vibe of everything we do here, of everything we stand for. Me, Queen, yas! And so, long live the Queen. A visual novel type game where you try to survive till Coronation Day. My first few times playing this game, I did not succeed. I kept failing and dying repeatedly and repeatedly. I think I ended up following some guides in order to actually get to a proper end where I don't die. But today, well, we have options. Because not only do I have control of what we do, I will take suggestions and weigh them appropriately. And so you, dear chat, may help me live or die. How does that sound? Hope it sounds good, because that's what we're doing today. In other news, I played some more of my Duolingo. I got a lot more points. Let me pull out my Duolingo real quick on my phone, and I can relay to you the precise point values. And hold on, my cat's trying to jump through the monitor. Jinxie, back up a little bit. There you go. You can go under the monitor now if you so desire. Alright, so the leaderboards in Duolingo for how much experience has been earned this week. In second place, we have someone with 688 experience. In first place, we have me at 1867. That is nearly 1200, 1.2k points more than second place. I am learning that Japanese. I'm crushing the competition, and I'm going to just speed run learning this language, you know? I'm really gonna go about it. Started watching an anime today with subs only that I knew would have some like simplistic phrases, because main character doesn't know the common dialect. He's from a space civ, whereas everything in the setting takes place on this one planet. So he has to learn the language. He's got a translator, but he's trying to actually speak the language directly himself as well, so that leads to simple phrases, and him speaking simply. Which means, like, you know, a couple words, few word sentences, very small, very easy to pick up and try learning, and try to write into Google Translate, just double check that I get the meaning. Which anime is this, Candy? I'm glad you asked. It is Gargantia and the Vidarius Planet. I've recently rewatched it in English, but I decided to rewatch it subbed because, main character, Leto, well, like I said, he's slowly learning the language himself. So that leads to him speaking very, very simply. But if he needs to speak any complex thought, he just speaks in his quote native tongue, which is kind of a gibberish, which then his robot actually translates for him every broadcast out of his little piece. He's got his communicator piece. And that usually leads to much more formal and bigger words and more complicated bullshit. But, yeah. So, Oh, that's what anime that is. I'm also watching, last week, or the week before, Classroom of the Elite. And that, I'm currently up to date with it, and a new episode comes out weekly. And that is more school-based and more formal speech generally. But, it's another anime I'm trying to learn words out of. Let me tell you, for me at least, it is so much easier to learn words and understand what's being said once you get the grammar on a very basic level down. Once you understand, how articles are used and the sentence structure, it's much easier to even audibly parse a sentence. And then add on to that when you can start recognizing verb tenses, like te forms and anai forms. That really helps. Like katanai is like won't, and I need to double check that actually, because I had an understanding earlier and I was proud of myself, but now I don't remember anymore. Unless I actually am misremembering it. No, I just did an E. Why did it do an E? I wanted a K in front of that. Yeah, Ketsunai. Not worth it. If you get rid of the enai, or at least the nai ending, you get a different word. Never mind. I don't know anything still. I'm still learning. But yeah, I'm slowly picking up things and learning and just blazing through lessons in Duolingo. And once I get far enough, I'm also going to go revisit my Rosetta Stone once I have more time. But then I need to start up taking kanji. That's gonna be a tricky one, cause kanji has a lot to it. And it's gonna take so long. I do know the kanji for watashi, at least. I can recognize it. If I try hard enough, I might be able to write it. But that is practically the only one. There are some kanji I remember how they look, but I don't remember what they mean. But I've got plenty of time to give a shit. I'm not gonna be anywhere near conversational for probably another month. It's almost been a month since I started learning. It was the 14th of last month when I picked Duolingo back up and started learning. And we are 10 days away from that. I got a 3-week streak going on right now in Duolingo. I feel successful. Actually sticking to it while learning, doing it daily. And yeah, I was just learning the hiragana, but now I'm also doing the lessons again. And that's what's really giving me the experience. That's boosted me in the leaderboards. But I've got that going for me, and soon I'll be able to speak it. I'm already making puns, and that makes my girlfriend laugh a lot. She found it hilarious that I'm practically just started learning and I'm already trying to make puns. Cause let's see, onanoko. That is the word for girl. Not like a grown woman, just like a girl, child, generally. But if you take onanoko and you make one small little swap, you change one letter, one hiragana, from no, the no just before the ko, change that to a ne. You get onaneko. Like my cats. And according to Google Translate, not necessarily the most reliable thing for Japanese or in general, but it's a decent starting point. According to that, onna by itself is a shorthand for, like, say, you know, a female or a woman. Onna. And I just verified that via another little dictionary thing, so that is true. So then if I drop a neko after that, because we're from the internet, we know neko means cat. So onna neko is not entirely wrong for a female cat. Is it probably, like, grammatically or syntactically wrong? Yes. But as far as two nouns side by sides go, woman, cat. But it also just sounds like a pun to me. Because it's onna noko. Onna noko. Onna noko. For, you know, a female child, a girl. Onna neko. It's one little sound. She said it sounds forced. I don't know enough Japanese to actually say whether or not, but it's one change, one little hiragana change, and it makes me laugh. And my cats don't seem to care either way, so I got that going for me at least. Alright. Enough of me being a weeb. Let's get into our game. Oh, hold on. Encoding overloaded? What are you talking about? It's probably not overloaded. Probably just a process of pulling up the game. Oh geez. Hold on. Is it actually gonna capture? Not if I don't have the proper windows being shown. Like that. Verify single game. Yep. Austrian desktop audio on. And let's watch it get captured. Potentially. Pop it to windowed. Pop back to full screen. And OBS, can you capture it? Software render. Wait, let's just swap to OpenGL actually then. Yes, I want to quit. Alright, let's try relaunching the game. We're using an OpenGL renderer rather than software. Maybe it can be captured this way. Hey, there we go. We got a capture now. We plan, long live the queen. I may move myself somewhere else on screen just to make sure I don't cover things up, or maybe I'll just like whoof, dodge out of the way and just speak a little louder so you can still hear me. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Heck it. Start a brand new game where Jocelyn, the King Dowager, the Duke of Calories, Caloris, or Calories. Let's see, is welcoming us home. Because I was off doing something somewhere else, I don't remember. But I am Elodie, the crowned princess, set to become queen of this land, as you can tell by my drills. Man, Santa should play this. Matches the Hatsune model. We were at school and we had friends, but we've been arranged to have the best possible tutors for everything. Fuck our friends. I'll have to work hard this year to prepare myself for a 15th birthday when I get crowned. But he believes in us. I don't. We learn quickly and make a wonderful queen. It's what our mother would have wanted. Cause she'd be dead. But we're adamant it's not what she would have wanted. Because she didn't want to die. And all of the land of Nova depends on us. let's go and live to coronation. I've played this before. I'm going to ignore all the tutorials. I have played this before. It's been a while since I have. We only have our boarding school uniform. Fun times. We are currently very depressed. And a bit afraid. But we are equally willful and yielding and pressured and lonely. I don't know how pressured and lonely are on a scale. But I guess that's just because on either extreme it's bad if you have too many people around. Yeah. Oh, you know, I can see that actually. Let's just go ahead and save our stream game. Alright. So what are our skills? We have lots of skills. Due to our depressed mood, we have a whole -2 to any lessons to do with conversation. So let's avoid that for now. -1 to our royal demeanor learnings. And a -1 to athletics. However, +1 to our expression and animal handling. +0 to everything else. Now, what would probably be the best thing for us to start learning since we have 0 skills in anything? Current mood, bonus, expression, animal handling, penalty to royal demeanor, conversation, and athletics. Biggest one to conversation. Classes. Well, considering our current skill sets, and we need to unlock the Ballroom training, let's do some heckin' meditation and divination courses. Let's see how those roll out. We're going to gain some points in meditation. We practice assuming a sitting position that allows us to be relaxed and tranquil without being so relaxed that we are likely to fall asleep. And then we practice our divination. And we learn that the gods cannot be forced to divulge information about the future, that the most powerful omens are those which arrive unexpectedly. And we have a visitor after our first day. Or first week, rather. It's our cousins and aunt and uncle. Darling, we're so terribly sorry to hear about your mother Fidelia. Lucille, the Countess of Nyx. I haven't seen Nyx in a while. And then Laurent, the Duke of Merva. You look well, niece. Interesting. And then our best friend / cousin, Lady Merva, Charlotte. Hi, Lodi. Just drop the E to say Lodi. Rodi. And she's gonna be here all a month. Maybe we'll have some time to talk. Alright, now that we've finished studying, what do we do for our weekend? We can, oh, show all the tooltips at once. Cool. Well, we could spend our weekend talking to Father, and we don't know what'll happen. We can attend court to become more yielding, more depressed, and more pressured. We can explore the castle, become more lonely and afraid. Visit Charlotte of Lady Merva. Visit the tomb, become depressed and afraid. Attend service and become less depressed. We'll walk in the gardens, become slightly more lonely, but also more cheerful. Or we can play with toys to become more yielding and lonely, but cheerful. Or sneak out to become a lot more willful, but a little bit more lonely. Jep, you're eager for a bright and happy princess raising? Hey, what's up? Let's just go visit our cousin, because we don't know what's gonna happen. She's currently loving her room though. It's bigger than the one she has back home. But she hasn't been going to school, but so she stays home. Every game of LLTQ is bright and happy. I've played this before, Jeb. That is the exact opposite of most of my games. I'm also not bothering reading text unless y'all want me to. I'm just gonna go through it. Alright, how does that affect our mood? Currently mood afraid because left takes precedence with two are tied. So now we're afraid rather than depressed. So that changes what we get bonuses to at least. Like royal demeanor, and intrigue, and weapons are all -1. But we do get a bonus to faith, as well as agility. Firstly, don't mind if I skip text. Excellent. Since we now get the biggest bonus to faith, I'm just gonna go with the same two classes, meditation and divination. We'll just do the same classes. Because we get that bonus. We close our eyes and relax every muscle of our body in turn, letting that feeling travel down through you from your head to your fingertips and toes. Waves of relaxedness. But then we go to our divination courses, and we learn that dropping a favorite plate is bad luck, as well as statues spontaneously shattering is a bad omen, which seems kind of intuitive to me. If you drop your favorite plate, yeah, you could be in a bad mood, and that'll invite bad things to happen. Because, oh no, you just broke your favorite plate, or at least dropped it. And if a statue spontaneously explodes, I mean, yeah, something bad is currently happening. If a statue is exploding for no reason. But there's a commotion outside. Juliana, the Duchess of Ursel, has come to pay respects to our mother. Ah, who has powers, and those powers are blamed for her mother's death. She is a lumen, as was she, and every lumen is willing to give their life if necessary to protect the domain. Except he claims that lumens have been traitors for 200 years. Well, if Mother trusted her, then yeah, she can stay. But now, we had the potential of learning magic. Let's find out what it is she wanted to teach us. First, we need to know if we have her crystal. We don't, and we already failed a lore test. We should have stuck to more lore, but we got 2 lores. Source of power for any lumen is a particular magical crystal that we need to bond with. Royal crystal has been passed down from ruler to ruler for generations. Except that our dad's probably keeping it away from us, so we don't go down that path. And she pulls a crystal basically out of her heart. So we need to find our crystal. And we are still afraid. But we still can't learn. Oh yeah, we didn't do any lore. Let's double up on lore. Only a lumen can channel magic, and only with the help of an attuned crystal. Ability to control a crystal seems to be genetic, inherited. So they can pass down the line upon the previous's death. Only through death. And because we doubled up on it, got a bit more of bonus from our afraid, so we actually got way past 30 already. The kings and queen of Nova had been lumens for centuries, but the magic's only used in ceremonial occasions and in emergencies. The continent of Borealis, however, was ruled over by a single witch king until a rival line of lumens challenged for the crown. And the land got damaged so badly that plants still will not grow. Ooh, that magical balefire. And we got an outfit! And Lady Merv is wondering if someone loves her. Except she just likes playing with flowers. The Duchess points a sword at me, or at my feet. Let's just hold still. But we don't have composure. Snake in the grass. And our cousin got bit by a milk viper. Poisonous. Damn, she gets bitten by one poisonous snake. Like, well, clearly no one can protect her. Damn, our cousin left us. Well, let's talk to Father, so we can ask about the crystal. But, yeah, he's keeping it from us. He knows exactly where it is. Keeping it safe from us. Or us safe from it. Because magic killed our mother, allegedly. But we have an outfit. We have priestess robes. Aha! Well, let's see. We are a bit more afraid. So we need to become more angry. Robes are cute? Yeah, they are. Well, what's more meditation and divination? We're just gonna focus down this tree since we're still afraid. We learn how to take slow, deep breaths, feeling the air moving throughout our body to give us life and energy, as well as staring into a polished crystal ball and relaxing and just letting our mind wander. We also read about all the well-known signs of bad fortune, like wells turning sour, which is just indicative of like soil quality or someone poisoning it. Dry lightning, I assume that's lightning without storms. Well, yeah, without rain. A strange fish caught in nets, malformed babies being born, and so on. We've also read about signs that have presaged famous disasters, such as the seas running red due to an algal bloom, before the doom shadow fell upon Nova 200 years ago. Our skills are almost at 50 in those. But with our extended family gone, the castle seems a lot quieter, but not empty, so we have plenty of servants. But her mother said that she's okay, and we failed a poison check, so she's probably dead. Alright. Current mood. Well, we're very afraid still, but we're using that afraid bonus, so we don't actually want to get more angry. Or less afraid. But we also don't want to get more willful, because if we get 2 more willfuls, we'll override our afraid bonus. So instead, we'll go talk to Juliana some more. And so we'll talk to her about how we can't get our crystal. Probably held under guard in the royal treasury. We can find a way inside, or we might have to take drastic action. I'll try to find a way, and we get more willful anyways. But we don't have like any skills, so we are just gonna stick to our current regimen and double down on the lore and learn that legend has it that a horde of Yeveni on the back of a tentacled monsters rode into the Valley of Mead, laying waste all in their path. But the conquest was stopped by a Lumen who rose a great flood. Legends also talk about island domain of Malini, which was once a single island instead of a cluster, until a Novan queen used the pillar of fire to shatter the land into pieces. Can I meditate at it? Maybe. You might be able to. At the height of the Novan Empire, all of the major dukes and duchesses were lumens, and they used beams of light and summoned monsters to conquer their enemies, until those monsters broke loose, killing the captors and destroying the old capital on Cather Lake, and the resulting chaos shook the empire. About 200 years ago, a great force of darkness covered Nova, threatening to kill it all. It was Ganon. took the self-sacrifice of the Queen and her complement of lumens to defeat that doom, only the Duke of Ursul refused to join in the defense and therefore survive. Back in the day, we had laser eyes. It was pretty cool. I mean, laser eyes were pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. One of the maids comes for our attention. Couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. Well, the Duke can piss off. We have a Duke of Sedna? We failed foreign intelligence and affairs. The Duchy of Sedna is in Thales. And she's nervous that I don't know this. They have brought a letter and a gift. Talking about, oh, I'm so sad your mom died. Anyway, can we have your hand in marriage? We failed to court manners. But we are wearing it anyways. So everyone assumes we have accepted the suitor. Which is incorrect. Let's visit the treasury and fail our counting and presents. Become willful and angry. Because, the guards won't let us through despite all of our eyelash fluttering, foot stomping, outright threats. Exactly! I know, right? Alright, we are now extremely willful. And, we lost some of our fear. So that changes what we can work on. Oh. Because of our outfit, we get a bonus to our faith anyways. Right! Plus, I think that's an inherit bonus. Bonus to intrigue, military, and lumen. Except we can't learn our lumen spells. Penalty, royal demeanor, history, and economics. Well, darn, I was thinking we might work on that, but that's -2. Woof. That's a lot. Well, since we get a bonus to intrigue, as well as our military, let's learn some strategy this time. I mean, we still get a decent bonus to our faith, but I think it's time for us to learn some strategy. Specifically, only strategy. The entire week. Nothing but strategy. So we'll study the strengths and weaknesses of different weapons and battle formations. The effects of battle stress on troops and how morale can turn the tide of combat, as well as military recruitment and the importance of training and motivation in making soldiers who can trust and depend on each other while we're wearing our faith-based outfit and our robes. Walk around, we spot a familiar figure in the palace gardens, the Duchess of Ursul. Beside her is a woman in the robes of priestess. They are very close together, the hands gently touching as they speak. Gay. He looks busy. We fail to think they're being gay. And then we see someone just leaving the palace grounds by going over the wall. A servant? A thief? Or an assassin? Well, we're gonna fail. But, we'll just call the guards. Go deal with it. This is Hanako games. They're obviously gay. I know, right? Wonder if I was only imagining the thief who got away because we took way too long to actually organize a search. But I wasn't going to try to climb over the wall. I'd fail. I don't have any training. What was it that I needed? I'm gonna visit the treasury again. Accounting and presents. Ooh. We are now very willful still. That'll look like a very different face. Well, we can't do our, presents learning. But we can... Well, we can't do our economics either. Where is economics? There it is. Can't do our accounting, nor presents. Because we are very willful. And so we're going to stick to strategy. Only strategy. So we'll learn about units reinforcing each other with strength through proximity and covering of weaknesses. I mean, not for the barracks. as well as studying the effects of different kinds of terrain on both offense and defense. I need to get the other military skills 25 in order to breach 50. Okay. May comes running down holding some lemon, and we have no composure or anything, so our elegance and reflexes both fail, and everything goes flying. Court manners failed, so we will apologize and become depressed because of it. Alright, so we'll lose a willful and become more pressured, which is actually good for the mood we're trying to get to. Approximately 10 battalions under our direct command. Alright, let's go learn the other two, I suppose. We learned that the sea is not something we hold, and is something we travel across. Wow. Naval strategy ensures our free travel while denying it to our enemies. We also learned about types and amounts of food required for army on the march and how long they'll remain edible. Which, that is very important. Logistics is super important. That's how you really win a war. There's a man seeking crowdfunding for a project. Now, if the treasury is not unlimited, if we choose to invest, we'll have less money to work with. 10 battalions, that's about 10,000 soldiers on the command of this child? Yeah! That's why we learned strategy. And now we're learning, logistics. So we can actually utilize the 10 battalions and not lose combat. Printing press. Too bad we don't know economics or anything else, so we're going to say no because it sounds stupid. Production plus trade failed. So we are not interested. Go do it yourself, you bloody peasant. Alright, let's lower our willfulness again. And we remain very willful. But the next weekend, that'll boost our pressured up wolf back down so we become pressured instead. And that will help us. So now we're studying different kinds of books. Sounds like nerd stuff. I mean, it really does. Sounds like nerd shit. Reading? Common peasants don't even know how to read. They can't read the books, please. We're studying different kinds of ships. Names, designs, crew numbers, speed, maneuverability, and the standard complement of weapons. As well as learning the different kinds of equipment and transport for our armies. Like things soldiers need available, as well as just all the different kinds of transports. And we have our military outfit available. Banyan, Duca Marie, Earl of Serenitatis. Expressing some sympathy, and is also calling for aid about the Ixionite occupation of the county of Imbrium. We failed our foreign affairs. We have plenty of troops. Shouldn't be that hard to drive them out, because we are good with our military. Well, we can try to negotiate and prepare for battle. We don't know how to negotiate, so we're just gonna prepare for battle. Well, if they want to fight, we'll give it to them. And we'll scam a whiffle. We have failed our court manners. Alright, well, we got more willful anyways. So, let's do something about that again. And we still have 10 battalions, but now we're in a new mood. Pressured. Bonus to athletics and faith, penalty to conversation, history, and economics. However, we can do our presence checks now. And we have a new outfit. Our uniform. Hell yeah. And now let's do our demeanor classes. Let's get presence and composure going. and practice our deep breathing exercises, trying to maintain a sense of inner calm. As well as practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at ourselves in the mirror. As young as we are the queen of the blood. We are a mother's daughter. We are a force to be reckoned with. Hell yeah. Know your worth. We report on the outcome of the battle against the Ixionites. Now we lost 3/4 of a battalion of soldiers and a great deal of materiel, but we succeeded. Oof. 731 soldiers lost. Duke I'm really happy, but we could have done better. Indeed. That makes us angry, but we still feel very pressured. Well, if we can boost our anger and reduce our pressure while becoming more lonely, so when we become angry but lonely. +1 lonely, but also +1 yielding. We need to increase Angie. Talk to father again. That'll make us angry, right? Trouble with Ixion. Nope, that's yielding and pressured. That is more pressure. We didn't exactly want that. But we have a bonus to our social now that we have some skill in it. Getting some synergy. Ooh, I should have thought about the synergy. I should have actually gone into expression earlier so we could have got some bonus to the overall category. Damn. And also, ideally right now, we'd be going into the athletics because we're getting a bonus there, but instead we're going to double down on elegance this time. I also don't remember how long we have. Is it a year? I don't know. Practice walking on a narrow rail to keep our balance. As well as practice standing, walking with books balanced on our head. We have a flat top if we can actually balance books up there. Ports of Keithong. The Old Forest, an area by Cather Lake where the old capital was until it was destroyed by monsters like that thing. The Keithong. Beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak, and spikes. Several disappearances in southern Caloris are already thought to be the work of that creature. Could we send hunters? Stray beasts, we just hope they leave. Because hunters are not strong enough. Talarus, the Duke of Sedna, will be arriving next week for an official visit. Alright, well we are feeling very pressured. I want to increase our anginess. So we want to become more lonely. And cheerful so we can make sure we don't fall back into depressed. So let's just have a walk in the gardens. Right, +2 yielding. It'll take us out of being cheerful. +1 depressed. Oh, that would actually make us depressed. And +1 pressured. We don't want that. We'll just walk in the gardens. Help us forget about the burdens on our shoulders. And still feeling pressured, but we're equalizing things out. That's what's important. Alright, so we'll grab our composure and elegance this week. Practice positive thinking, maintaining a good self-image, and conditioning ourselves to carry on rather than being frustrated by any past misstep. Ah shit, that's what I already got going on, Park. We stare at ourselves in the mirror and practice focusing and transmitting energy with only our eyes, turning the intensity of our gaze on and off at will. I need to practice that. Because I would like to have more presence myself. But unlike this game, I can learn in more than just a week at a time 2 skills. I can learn so much at once. Ah, Your Highness, what a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. Your description did not do you justice. Ah, piss sod off. Ah, he's flattering us and we don't even realize it. Don't know how to deal with handsome older men paying compliments? Easy, be into women. More flattery, because we didn't actually want to accept his thing, we just didn't realize it. Slightly decline. And we failed our court manners. Alright. Well, beyond that, we still want to become more angry and lonely. How can we become more angry and lonely? This can make us angry, but also more willful, which will actually raise them at the same time. So it's actually a good thing. Let's go with that one. So we'll sneak a peek at some of the luckless peasants held in the dungeons. Petty thieves and troublemakers. Obviously bad people, but it feels unfair seeing them so miserable. Alright. So now if we just go to the dungeons again, it'll boost us up. And then we'll be angry. And that actually might not help with our royal demeanor now that I think about it. Being yielding would probably actually help more. But I don't know. So instead, we'll just do more composure and presence. We'll practice sitting calmly while a teacher circles around us and makes unexpected loud noises at random intervals, as well as using different styles of breathing to feel more energetic and to let the energy surround us for others to share. Different styles of breathing. Huh. Who'd have thunk? We are requested to stand judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. The Earl of Lo. It's probably Eo. The Earl of Eo. It says that this woman admits that she tried to poison her sister, Coruscant, the Duchess of Mead. And we failed the Nova History check. I'll cut the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew. Well, the woman is clearly admitting it. And, you know, she has a reason, but she's clearly admitting to attempting to murder. Waited 10 years to get justice. Internal affairs failed. Well, it's attempted murder. So we don't execute, we imprison them. It's going to be badly, because if I remember right, she's actually possessed by something that's going to break out and make a big ol' mess. Now, let's put her to work. Woman failed in her goals, she harmed no one, do not require her life. And indenture her as a heavy laborer. As she failed. Alright. Let's see. Afraid, yielding, and lonely. +1 lonely, +1 afraid. It'll bring both down. But it'll make us willful again, which is bad for what we're wanting to learn right now. It's gonna be more yielding. Yielding and lonely. And cheerful. Yeah, we'll just play with our toys. Spend the weekend holed up alone. Hey, Evie, how's it going? How you doing? Childish, but we feel better. And now our mood is angry. Alright, so we get a penalty to our royal demeanor. It is late and you're lurking, you need to go to bed? No problem. Thank you for stopping on by. We get a bonus to our weapons and military. So I guess now is a good time to learn some more strategy and logistics. Let's go and do precisely that. And let's see how this will fare for us. We learn about the requirement for all civilized sailors to rescue the crew of a sinking ship, even an enemy ship, as well as learning about the challenges of naval warfare posed by unpredictable weather and the dangers of sailing too close to an unknown coastline. I would think you'd learn about the challenges first, because it's dangerous. We also learn about the support costs created by support. Because, well, the more equipment you have, you need more people and animals to move them, and those people need their own support. So it's kind of a whole ass pyramid. We also learn about the difficulty of obtaining new supplies from the field. Enemy civilians may hire to destroy supplies rather than let them fall into our hands. And friendly civvies may not stay friendly if they are robbed. Makes sense. As we were walking one day in the gardens, we hear and see an owl fly overhead with a single dry leaf in its talons. Good thing we know lore. But we failed the divination and our falconry. We failed the divination. We were not high enough skill in that. Have we made any check besides the one for war? A woman who wishes crowdfunding for a project. Here should build a hospital for citizenry inflicted with disease. Herbs plus battlefield medicine? Failed. Damn. We're still feeling angry, which again is bad for our demeanor. So we do want to be more afraid and potentially yielding. Do we have an afraid and yielding? No. We don't have afraid and yielding. But we can switch back to being pressured by tending service in the Castle Grove. And that'll give us bonus to expression, but still a penalty to demeanor. But expression and animal handling we're good with. 69. Nice. Didn't realize that. Nice. Well, in light of that, let us get a boost to our expressions, then. We use that boost to learn our voice. Just voice. All week, we learn how to use our voice and get that, that depressed bonus, because that makes sense. Practice deep breathing exercise to build our ability to sustain a note. As well as learning about the difference in resonance between the chest, head, and nose. And about different vocal ranges, from the most profound bass to the rare coloratura soprano, and everything in between. I have no clue how close I got to either of those. Oh, the Festival of the Good Lady is approaching. Public celebrations for the commoners and a grand gala for the nobility. A grand ball, there will be dancing. Be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremonial planting, possibly giving a speech. We have none of those skills. It's not required since we're not yet crowned. And we're less protected outside the castle. There's also a letter from Brioni, who went to school with us. Kivan is absolutely furious about the woman's trial. Let's see, we're still currently depressed. But if we can... No, that wouldn't do anything. If we become more cheerful, then we're gonna be angry. And we can't become cheerful and yielding. Yes, we can, actually. That'll balance everything out. Because we'll get more lonely, more yielding, and more cheerful. So that's going to leave angry at the far left at the highest value. But that also gives us the biggest ability to switch to whatever we want. So now we just Anki again. So again, bonus to military. Let's use that and double down on strategy. Boop, boop, strategy. We study the power of ranged weapons, from arrows to fire and sand, and how we can change the enemy's response via those, as well as the use of cavalry and the costs and benefits of traveling with large animals. Ooh, we almost maxed out strategy via studying the effects of strong hierarchy on military organization and the ability of troops to respond to changing situations, and how communication can be difficult and can cause chaos if they're disrupted, as well as studying famous battles, disasters, and the mistakes which created them, and the turning points on larger conflicts and why they made that difference. Today is the procession and planting for the Festival of the Good Lady. We'll be leading the parade. We just won't go. We become more yielding and lonely. The other ways to celebrate with our faith check success. Yay! We're gonna make a religious excuse for her to give thanks for the good lady's blessings by meditating. Aha! We have a proper excuse as to why we didn't attend, instead of just being like, I don't want ya. Because I would just fail so many checks doing that. I'd much rather, not fail checks. But now we're in a good position to get more yielding. As long as we don't also get more angry. And we can actually reduce our anger as well, so let's visit the dungeons, affected by yieldingness. As we creep through the castle dungeons, catching glimpses here and there of the fate that awaits troublemakers in the kingdom. Even nobles can end up there. It's a good reminder to stay on the straight and narrow. And now we get a bonus to our royal demeanor, history, and faith. Which is good, because we need that bonus to our demeanor. So now, we'll learn elegance and composure. Elegance and composure, in that order. We practice the elegant way to hold and sip from a teacup, with our pinky slightly extended for balance. We're also strapped into a corset and hoop skirt and practice walking around with these. The corset makes it hard to breathe and twist, and the skirt sways out of control if you move too rapidly. And we've unlocked a new outfit. Hell yeah. At our command, the teacher strikes our palm with a leather toss, and we learn to bear the sting and to keep our composure. And we also lie on the couch and try to remain relaxed, while our heels are smacked with a leather toss. Ready to go for the grand ball? Oh. Well, about that, we suck at dancing still. We failed a presence elegance, but succeeded our composure. We control our fear with the will of iron, as we are the queen. Time to do the chicken dance. Pretty fucking much. Good thing it's our father. He's going to make us look good at dancing. And we're going to suck at it. Dookie Kegel alone has brought 3 eligible sons. Ugh. No one may begin dancing until I do, and I can pick whoever I want and will not be denied. About my age, younger, older, already married, or someone scandalous. Numberman trying to catch your eye, okay, but I know, right? So should it be someone scandalous, or someone already married? Let's go with scandal. Don't want everyone assuming that whoever I pick first is my intended marriage partner. So we're going to be ridiculous as possible. And we'll approach the Duchess of Ursul and dance with a lady. And she's going to help us not look bad dancing. I I vaguely remember that Scandal was a female partner. I'm pretty sure it was the Duchess. We admit that we were hoping such an outrageous act would cause her to lose some composure, but she remains unruffled. And the chorus of shocked whispers around us as we take our place on the floor is gratifying, though. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with our father, because we knew him and his steps. Now every move's a mystery. And we completely fail our dance and trip over our own feet. And we fail court manners and flattery checks, as the Duke of Marie does a toast and asks for our attention and asks everyone to compliments as well as keeping our borders defended. Everyone applauds politely about that. And let us observe the nobles and continue to fail any other checks he gives us. Gwenelle, the young lady of Sudbury, only months older than us, and due to finally inherit control of her own duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of La, and a fierce sportswoman. She's a few years older, an absolute terror of the ball fields. Sudbury, lots of nickel there. I have no clue. Sports girl, I know, right? No, Brioni. She said her parents were leaving her stuck at school. Gross. But her own parents are here. The Duke Consort clutching his Duchess possessively tight. Oof. That's not healthy. No sign of her cousins, though. Well, I'm pretty sure one of them's dead. And they probably kind of blame us. Aunt and Uncle are here, though. It'd be scandalous if they hadn't come. Since magic failed. Because we don't have a crystal. At least we didn't die. Okay, our mood is yielding? That's our primary mood? I would expect depressed. But, you know, that's fine. Let's, get more yielding. +2 yielding, +1 depressed, +1 pressured. Yeah, sounds good. Just tend to court. It's not fun sitting in the court sessions, but it may be important to our future. As well as it makes us yielding, which boosts our royal demeanor, which is what we want. As well as switching to our coronet outfit. Cover art. And then we want to double down on presence. Boop. Just to keep things balanced. We plant our feet in a strong stance, imagining that we are but a tree, deeply rooted in the earth. Feel the power within, and no one can push us aside. As well as focusing our attention on individuals as a past, letting them feel a brief connection with me before I formally acknowledge them with a nod. Also practice being aware of my environment, and giving commands to the castle staff, neither asking nor demanding, just telling them what needs to be done. And practice watching people and willing them to feel my gaze. Inevitably, they'll be drawn to me. Just looking at people like, you can feel me staring at you. Stare right into their souls. Then we go talk to Father about the latest events in the domain. With such enthusiasm that we don't realize that he isn't alone. And we see Siren, the Countess of Miranda and Callisto. Countess Siren, not a member of my circles. Far too old. But not as all old as the other noble women go. 2 minor titles, no husband, and our father's arm in her grasp. We keep our composure, however. And, we should, shame her with silent scorn, insult her with false flattery, or greet her politely. I feel like shaming her with silent scorn. We meet her eyes and imagine our mother's disapproving presence behind us. And our presence is success and we get more cheerful. As she pales, releases her grip, and mumbles an apology. We have defeated this older woman with merely a look. We didn't even say anything. And then we go to defeat our own father with a raised eyebrow. She's a nice woman, nothing more. Uh-huh, sure. That's why she was clutching your arm like that. Many dark looks were aimed our way at the gala. We failed our intrigue, but we are paying attention through our composure and presence, but not our intrigue. We have not done any of that. However, we should be able to visit the treasury with our presence. We order the guards to stand aside or walk forward with our head held high. They don't dare to deny me access anymore. And we get our crystal. Hell yeah, we finally got our crystal. It only took us fucking 19 weeks. But, because of our yielding mood, we have a penalty to lumens, so we do need to work on changing that. But before we do, let's go ahead and get out that bonus for elegance and composure. Primarily our elegance right now. We practice graceful arm gestures for every emotion, from offering our hands for a kiss to taking hold of a banister at the stairs, as well as practice eating slowly and with a minimum of mess, chewing each bite a particular number of times before swallowing. Wow. No thank you. No thank you. We also practice standing up, sitting down, picking up items on the floor, bending at the knees, not at the waist, so we don't show our ass off. Then we practice speaking and laughing quietly, not trying to disappear or go unheard, but focusing our energy into a smaller space that it draws people just a little bit closer. We also practice sitting quietly and listening to the conversation of others without becoming bored or restless. Skills that I don't particularly have. Oh boy, royal budget adjustments. Well, we don't know accounting. We don't know anything about budgets. So we can't just maintain things. We either need to raise taxes or lower them. Well, the people probably already want us dead, so let's lower them. Lower the taxes a little bit. You know, just a little bit. We are feeling rather yielding. So we instead need to go willful for lumens. And so we can sneak out and get +2 willful. But now we're depressed, which gives a penalty to our royal demeanor learnings. But we get a bonus to our expression again. But should we focus on that? Actually, we should probably go back to our faith studies. Let's switch outfit to our priestess robe again. And go to meditation and divination courses. So we can close our eyes and visualize a crystal ball floating in front of our eyes, and then moving past our eyes and into our mind, filling us with light. And then read about King Latimer and how he knew he was destined for greatness, saw the shape of a crown in a spider's web, and then other animal omens like flights of birds. Wow, that would have helped us with that owl. Requested to stand in judgment to a man convicted of murder by strangling of his wife. He doesn't deny the act, but requests a pardon. Demons made the man do it. Since magic failed. Well, we're definitely not gonna pardon him. Let's just imprison him. If he claims demons, seems sincere, but he did do it anyways. And we won't forgive him for that, so life imprisonment. And that'll probably come back and bite us. We now angry, but we want to be more willful. Oh, sneak out again. And now, we have our willfulness. Alright, so we're going to get a bonus to our lumen. However, we don't have that unlocked yet, so we're going to do that this weekend. So instead, we'll go with our military, naval strategy and logistics course. Military, naval strategy, and logistics. I'm pretty sure the alpha gives us a bonus to learning. Oh damn, we just blasted through 3 of them. Learned about the use of ships in transporting crown soldiers between locations, the cost, time, and materials required to construct new ships, as well as blockades, both setting and breaking them. We also determined how or when to jettison or destroy excess goods for speed, how to avoid overreaching, how to calculate enemy war preps based on the movement of goods, because, you know, armies don't spring up fully formed overnight. What is this, Europa Universalis? And then we studied the benefits of looting as a troop motivator versus the negative effect on civilian populations. The murderer escaped via a large explosion in the jail, which set many dangerous criminals free. And now the Royal Treasury needs to repair that damage. Damn. Well, let's put Juliana and let her know we have the crystal. And put the crystal within our breast. Well, right above them, rather. Right in that bosom. Magical girl transformation, and wow, that was very loud in my ears. But now we're a magical girl. Priestess here is a friend of hers, more than a friend. And she will come to our lessons in the faith and train us to use our powers. And now we hella willful still. So, we good for that lumen. Let's learn how to sense and resist magic. As those are the primary things we need. Wielding magic, less important. We do want it, but it's less important. Because we want to know what magic's coming at us and not get affected by it. So we just gotta learn how to feel the magic within, and then increase the awareness of our own thoughts and emotions. So mind-affecting magic can't twist our reactions. Fabian, the Earl of Titan and Duke Regent of Elath, has passed away. Who the fuck is he? Where are those counties? We don't know. But it's not a surprise, he was old. But there are implications that we are not trained to realize. So, control of the region's in doubt, and we now need to make decisions about that. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years, as requires a regent. His stepmother, Aris, Duchess of Lila, has positioned that the boy be left in her care. This would leave her in personal control of 2 neighboring duchies, which is generally forbidden, so there are exceptions. We failed our history, almost the entire eastern border. We failed our internal affairs. We don't know anything bad about her, though. Does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ishtar, or might appoint an unrelated noble to act in his stead. Earl of Ishtar suggested another possibility, as me and the boy are both young and not far apart in age, and suggests we accept the boy as future husband and keep him here in the castle. Fuck no. Absolutely not. Send him to his grandfather. The Earl of Ishtar is the closest blood relation. He should be regent. Alright. Very willful, very good. We'll stay like that. Let's get rid of some of this anger by becoming, let's see, afraid? See, anything else? Visit the treasury to just get more willful if we want. +1 depressed and afraid. There we go, let's visit the tomb. Pay respect, Straw Mother. And then do some more of our... Let's see, actually let's check real quick. Yes, we could do one more class on both of those and then do a double class on wielding magic. And that'll be good for us. So we practice using some small amounts of magic and feel the power outside of ourselves. As well as we learn how to sense when someone else's spell is in use, as our mentor strikes the nearby ground. We also learn to consciously project a magical field through our thoughts, blocking magic from affecting our mind, but only when we have the energy to consciously resist. No subconscious resisting, so we still need to sense the magic. But we also gain an innate resistance to light and dark, so we can see in the blackest of caves or stare into the sun without going blind. I wish I had that. I'd like to look at the sun. A woman is here. She's a musician and wishes our money. Sabine wants to be a member of the court as a bard. Dabbled in musical styles from many countries. And we know nothing except a little bit of voice work. Failed for intelligence and intrigue. Actually pretty good. We have no clue because we failed instrument and voice. We could accept her anyways. Probably a bad idea. Let's keep her on as court. The court bard. Alright. Be +1 pressured, -1 willful. Let's just keep our mood down. We have 9 battalions, 1 company, and 1 platoon. Because one of those battalions got really hurt in that one battle we sent them on. And we haven't recruited more yet. But that continues to have us with that boost. Let's learn how to wield magic. Just to push us over 25 so we can get past 50 in the other skills. Learn to summon a small little light ball. And then how to cast white light to banish shadows and blind opponents, as well as discs of solid light that can cut through things. And we have our Lumen outfit. Poggers. We receive a letter from young Lord Adair. An extremely formal letter, and his grandfather probably dictated every word. Soon, eye lasers. I know, right? Alright, so let's just get more willful. Check our funds. We still fail in accounting. 6,494 gold lassie and 50 silver telassie. So we have our Lumen outfit. Magical girl outfit. Poggers. Let's go. Get our more magic lessons done. Hey PB, you came in just in time for the magical girl outfit. We close our eyes and call out when we detect our mentor casting a silent spell beside us. And we learn to detect ongoing enchantments, such as blessed weapons that can do magical damage. Woo. And then consciously project a magical shield. We learn mage armor, hell yeah. And gain increased resistance against heat and cold. So we can sip hot soup without burning our tongue. Fuck yes, please. Can I learn to resist magic in real life so I can sip hot soup without burning my tongue? I want my tongue to be protected from heat. That would also let me eat spicy things and not give a shit, right? Right? Theory? I don't know. But I want that. How are you doing, PB? I think you're doing decently. Licks lava? Exactly. Just consume lava. Doing well? Poggers. Good to hear. See a strange flash of light outside. Falling star, failed divination. Damn. But that portrays bad things happening. How am I? I'm doing deliciously. and I'm doing very well in my Japanese lessons in real life. I mean, I've got that going on. When I become slightly more depressed and yielding. Fun times. Not a whole lot yielding though, that'd be a bit much. You have yet to start? PB. Just grab Duolingo and do the hiragana stuff, because that's not going to use any hearts. You could just keep doing that like infinitely. If you do the lessons, every mistake costs a heart, and you only get 5 of those per day unless you want to spend money. So I don't really recommend that to start with. Just go with the hiragana, and you'll also learn some words that way. That'll give you a jump start on the lessons once you actually get there. -1 to willful, +1 to pressured. You know what, we go with that. You're impressed by the discipline of their troops. And we still have our 9 battalions, 1 company, and 1 platoon. We need to rebolster our troops. But this keeps us balanced. And our skill levels... double back down on... Actually, no, let's just do one more. Both of these. Ooh! Big jump. We learn to tell the difference between different kinds of magical signatures, so we can tell roughly what a spell a detect is meant to achieve, as well as expanding our magical perceptions, so we know where it was cast from and how long ago, and the latent power that signifies a lumen, even when they are not doing magic. So I can just look at someone and be like, you got magical power, don't you? You got magical power, don't you, Squidward? We also know how to quickly flare magical shields, deflect incoming attack. Just on command, just whoosh, real quick shield to deflect. And just maintain a low level field, so that indirect spells will just pass off of us like water. It doesn't need much power. We also learned how to Expelliarmus, so we can just bounce spells away that we don't want. Expelliarmus! Unpleasant news. Adair has been assassinated, probably by his grandfather. Shot with a crossbow, planted the ground of his grandfather's estate. Oh no. Foreign intelligence failed. We don't even have to actually blame the Earl, so we'll blame no one. Nearest living heir is Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, in Talas. Not even a Novin. Alath is a major duchy. We cannot afford to lose control of it. Oh, we need to name a Novin heir. Pass the lands of an extinct bloodline to a new ruler. Like what our own mother did with Uncle Laurent and Merva. Talaris is only distant related and foreign. Does not count. Few noble families with a lot of children, too many to inherit all of their titles. Eris, the Duchess of Lilla, already has 6 children, the oldest 3 already having lands. Kavant, the Earl of Io, Corisande, the Duchess of Mead, and Charmian, the Duchess Consort of Kegel. That leaves the other 3. The Duke and Duchess of Kegel have 7 children, and they're all Arisa's grandchildren through their mother, so it'd be in her line. Name an administrator from Alath. Someone who is already managing the estate. Must be plenty of ministers and administrators. Random commoner? Sorry. I did not wait long enough to receive an opinion on that, and plus, it probably involves a check which I would fail. Find someone responsible that already knows Alath and has been working for its benefit. Then we can ennoble them as a reward. I mean, that's probably what I would do in real life anyways. It's like, fuck noble blood. whoever's been managing it probably knows what to do to continue keep going. They've been working the land, so I can keep it. Let's attend service just to, you know, get rid of our little bit of fear. Alright, what are our current skills? Need to double down on wield magic. By concentrating, we create a wave of discontent, which can panic or enrage animals, as well as create a blade of solid light. So we got a magic sword. And then we can shoot a searing light beam from the end of a staff. Almost our eyes. Maybe this one is our eyes. Create a wave of discontent, which can enrage other people around us. Shape light into images of things that are far away or don't exist at all. And an explosion of light. Fireball! Or maybe like a miniaturized nuclear explosion? Oh no, more unpleasant news. Soldiers from Talas have crossed the border to Elath and pushing towards the ducal seat. Duke of Sedna insists he is the rightful heir. We're gonna have to supply military to help with that. And another letter from Brioni. Says she's bored and lonely and looking forward to seeing him at Gwinnell's birthday party. About to turn 15. Duchess of Sudbury, the Tinland, for real. The other letter must be the invitation for celebration next week. Well, we are not good at divination. We are only good at magic. Do you think our magic would help us survive the trip to Sudbury for Gwinnell's party? Because I think we're ambushed on the road and shot with an arrow. But perhaps with our magic we can not get shot? Question mark? You know what? Fuck it. Let's get shot. If we're gonna get shot, let's get shot. Let's fucking do it. Let's go and increase our loneliness and fear by exploring the castle. Alright, what's the current skills looking? Pretty good here. Let's double down on our reflexes. Just real quick. Let's get some reflexes going. It's not going to be enough to save us from being shot by an arrow. Crossbow bolt. But, practicing getting poked and doing jump rope. Carriage attacked by bandits. And we failed archery and reflexes. But, we did in fact get shot. And battlefield medicine, we don't know what to do. So we push it through our body and kill ourselves. And we died. Our magic couldn't help us at all. Sag. We did not, in fact, survive. And we also didn't make any recent save. So instead, we'll just go all the way back to the beginning. Where we started right here. On week 0. Back to the beginning with no outfits. Alright. How should we focus ourselves this time? Because since we are starting depressed, we can go ahead and start with our expression. So when we get to the bard, we'll at least maybe have some instrument and voice to work with. That seems like a plan to me. So expression, instrument, and voice. But we still have plenty of weeks to get back to where we were. Tap out chiming dyads on the glockenspiel, learn the basics of harmony and rhythm. As well as our deep breathing exercises. And we'll just skip all that. Talk to father. Oh, we just got more lonely from that. Okay. Well, that keeps us depressed. And that means double down on decoration. Discuss the nature of beauty. Looking at things for aesthetic elements. Practice sketching fruits and flowers with charcoal. And color theory. We're gonna let her stay. And talk to Juliana. And of course we failed a lore test because we've done nothing with our lore. At all. Go back to instrument and voice. We're training for the bard. Learn to play notes and scales on a simple wooden recorder. And we practice with our recorder. And learn to recognize tunes and replicate them. And learning differences of resonance and the vocal ranges once again. Ooh, we got her outfit. Minerva does her thing. We don't have any composure, so we're just gonna look down anyways. And it changes nothing. We lost our friend. Now we're afraid, not depressed. Talk to father. Learn about our crystal. And put on our toga. Alright, so we're afraid, so we get a bonus to agility and faith. Let's go with agility and learn dance and reflexes. Boop, boop, boop. Just because, well, we know we need the reflexes at least to not get shot later in life. Also, dancing is very important. The first time I played this, I was like, alright, you know, I don't know what order to prioritize anything, but let's just try like kind of going through everything and trying to pick up all the skills. Because we at least need a basic amount of everything. And therefore I failed every single fucking check I came across because all of them was expecting me to specialize. I was like, nah, I didn't specialize in anything. What you talking about? We'll try to find a way. Alright, mood's still afraid. Let's see. I don't know what would boost economics. Is there a mood to boost economics? I would assume so. But I don't know. Practice walking on the arm of a partner and follow their cues while practicing different partner dance positions. Close, distance, non-contact, and the appropriate hand placement for each. Practice jump rope and solo tennis. Now play sports on the weekends. Ooh, sports. One of the maids approaches for our attention. Warriors from the Duke of Sedna. And we've failed all the checks. Now I can play sports, get angry, and less lonely. Which is precisely what we want. Play some tennis. And now we're willful. Bonus to intrigue, military, and lumen. Let's do our intrigue. Because we should know our internal affairs and foreign. Internal affairs and foreign intelligence. Because, yeah, we need to know those. We failed so many of those checks last time. Our maternal uncle, the Duke of Merva, is next in line for our crown. And after that, our cousin, Charlotte. And the current Duke of Sedna, 26-year-old and unmarried, might be considered a good marriage prospect if I desire stronger ties with the domain of Talas. Well, we accidentally already have a thing. Let's climb over the hedge and fail climbing. and we just fail. Okay. See, well, we can get more angry by playing sports. Or we can try to visit the treasury and fail accounting and presents, and get more angry and willful, which will help us learn. The Countess Nyx claims kinship to the old Merva line. Originally asked Mother for the title to the duchy. However, her lineage cannot be verified. As a compromise, our mom made her brother the Duke of Merva. And the last Duke of Mead was the older half-brother of the current Duchess. His reign was brief and highly scandalous. He defied tradition to pledge himself as the life mate of the old Duke of Ersul, then broke that off only a year later, retired in seclusion and died still unwed. The old Duke of Ersul. And domain of Shangia, across the sea to the west, has been slowly increasing in size and controls a wide range of coastline and most of the navigable rivers. Political disruption in Tambula in recent years has caused a disruption in their chocolate production, which is to the benefit of Nova, particularly the Duchy of Kegel. Get them Kegel exercises going on. But our reflexes let us dodge the maid this time before we hit with all the stuff. We do want to become a lot more yielding, though. Because, damn, is that high. That also increase our loneliness and cheer. Okay, that's good. Alright. But we need to stick with this. Let's double down on ciphering. Just to make sure everything's past 25 so we can get past 50. Practice reading words whose letters have been arranged in reverse order. But sometimes, it's useful to hide things in plain sight. We also practice shifting substitution ciphers. Each letter is replaced by one a few steps further along the alphabet, so that Kek and Pia becomes Fding Ding Sli. And random substitution ciphers, where the normal alphabet is replaced by one in jumbled order. Harder to decode, but most people need a written subchart to read or write it, and that chart can be lost or stolen. But we also got our subterfuge outfit, our intrigue outfit. A man wishes crowdfunding, and we fail the checks, so we tell him no. Well, we want to become more yielding still. So let's do that again. Outfit. Catsuit. Why do we have a monocle with a catsuit? That doesn't make any sense. But regardless, let's do our internal and foreign affairs. The Duke of Marie has paid suit to the Duchess of Ersul to no avail. The Duchess's brother is opposed, as he will inherit if she dies childless. Our agents suspect the Duchess of Ersul is actually more interested in the Duchess of Halas, and neither has been linked to a man. The Countess Lieka of Dies Nuts, married the old Duke of Sudbury, who was more than twice her age, and then divorced him as soon as she'd borne him an heir in order to be free to marry another. It was considered shockingly rude by the general nobility, but the old Duke didn't give a shit. Allegedly. The Tombulans have twice begun gathering troops on the Novan border since their recent revolution, but their camps were struck by fierce storms and earthquakes, and they decided to give up on the idea. That's happened in real life. The Mongols tried to go over to Japan. Their first escapade, everyone died in a waterspout, died in a tornado in the water. Their second escapade, I think they managed to get there, and then they all died in a tornado. If I remember right. If I remember the history of Japan correctly. Pirates are once again operating out of Orcus, though they're currently sticking into the northern seas and not currently a threat to Nova. But at the turn of slave raids, the Borealians may be quite vulnerable. We failed 2 checks, so we can't send anyone to fight. So we're going to arrange for diplomats to handle that thing that we fought for last time. It was a gift and we failed to court manners. Alright, so now we are a lot less willful. We're feeling lonely actually, so we need to increase our pressure. Need to feel more pressured. Yeah, let's attend court. Right? Yeah, because it's going to increase our pressure. It pleases our father, however. Alright, now we're afraid. So we get a boost to our agility and faith. But that's it. For agility and our faith. Well, we're doing nothing with our faith. So that means agility. Let's double down our flexibility. And what should we actually try to target? Because we want to change our mood. Oh, we have an easy time to change our mood to whatever for a downward mood we want. Well, if we get let's see, if we get depressed, it'll help with expression. But I want to need to work on the royal demeanor. I want to work on those again. Because social is very important. Followed by our intellectual. Let's just go with this for now. Learn to relax, practice circling arms, kicking limbs, and practice bouncing motions with the arms and legs. Now we unlocked our flexibility outfit. A representative from Ixion has arrived, but no one wants to give up prizes they have won. We failed our Novan history. Damn. We've done the unprovoked attacks on them and transfer the rates to that little province. Foreign affairs failed. But I thought I was doing good. We don't have the composure to bluff or intimidate, so we'll just offer money if Ixion withdraws. 8,000 golden lassie. Very well. We'll do it. Because pretty sure holding the land's more valuable. But damn. Let's visit the treasury, but we're gonna fail. Get more angry and willful as a result. Which makes us depressed. Bonus to expression and animal handling. Our tutu to boost agility. Let's see. Let's work on our expression. Go to Toga. And let's practice our instrument and voice once more. We practice major and minor scales at the keyboard of a pianoforte. And we study musical notation and begin to play familiar songs by sight on the same pianoforte. And we learn the sol-fa system, where each note's represented by a different syllable, and you practice standing in the correct posture and singing scales to improve our pitch and tone. The Keithong reports, we failed a lore, got more depressed. Fantastic. When you come less depressed, ain't that a mood? What should we do there? Don't have +2 to anything except yielding and wilf. Actually, wilf, that's what we want. Walk out of the castle and have a little fun. Still depressed. Even though it's balanced by willful, but that's fine. We can iron out the depression, no problem. So we'll just double down on decoration classes. Learn to mix paints and apply them to canvas, capturing the light and color of the castle gardens. And study the art of floral design, seeing how the proper arrangement of flowers can affect the character of a room or an outdoor space. And experiment with wax, learning both to build up small amounts and shape them together, and to carve out patterns from larger wax blocks to find the shapes that are already inside. And we experiment with fashion, trying on different outfits and watching as others do the same, learning how clothing can enhance or diminish certain physical features or give the impression of youth or age. Very good with our decoration now. The Duke. I'm going to decline and fail our court manners. But now we are still feeling depressed, so we need to become more cheerful or at least less depressed. And to do that, I think we can less stone. That's not help with depression, so just attend a service in the Castle Grove. And that'll help us. Intrigue and military, but we're just going to do the intrigue. Yeah, because we can't do illumines yet. So, double down on our ciphering course. Also going to switch outfits to our catsuit. Double down on that ciphering course. Practice complex transposition ciphers, where messages are written down in columns or lines, then reorganized into scrambled words. That means both an encoded and a plain text written copy exists, which can be insecure. We also practice adding code to our ciphers, replacing words for other words, such as handle for Duke, before changing letters in the message. Ooh, code words. Getting real complicated with it. We memorize special cipher alphabets where each letter is replaced by a symbol. Once these are memorized, we will not need to write down cipher sheets, and the symbols do not look like letters, they can be hidden in decorations. We also studied an ancient book that has a list of thousands of words and pictograms for each. In the past, these were used for important messages, but only trained bards could effectively memorize enough symbols to handle the codes efficiently. So now when the bard shows up, we actually have enough cipher to understand her messages. We also learned to manipulate special boxes and jewelry with secret compartments to hide messages. A rare few have locks almost as complicated as the ciphers themselves. Ooh! Yeah, failing. Partial success. Ooh, on the internal affairs. Might have something to do with the last Duke of Mead, who was involved in all sorts of scandals. Ask the Earl of Ego about her story. Oh, damn. Well, that was a failure. Alright, well, we are currently angry. And I don't remember how anger helps us. That was... I don't know. Do you want to become more afraid, more yielding? You can't become both more afraid and yielding at the same time. -1 to Angie. That keeps us willful, so we continue to work on intrigue at least. Work on our internal affairs and foreign intelligence. Let's just go internal affairs and ciphering to finish ciphering off. Put it up at max. The Countess of Dis is now married to the disinherited third sibling of the Duke of Marie and the Duchess of Halas. Currently, both of them are unwed. If either dies without heir, a title may still pass to the Countess's husband. And several generations back, the rulers of Elath and Sedna and neighboring class married. The citizens of Elath rejected this foreign influence, and the resulting heir died in suspicious circumstances, after which the title was passed to a distant branch of the family, rather than another child of the Elath-Sedna union. Learn that the more we use a code, the easier it is for the enemies to prick it. The most secure one is one only used for a single message. And we learned how to use code wheels to create rotating ciphers, which can only be decoded with another matching set of code wheels. I used a code wheel before. That was for the tower escape. It was extremely quickly handled. We just like, boom, blasted it. As we walk into the gardens, we see a bird and go, ooh, pretty bird, and move the fuck on with our lives. And let's become the afraid and yielding. No. Alright, let's just -1 to anger. And then we can do internal affairs and foreign intelligence. Internal affairs, foreign intelligence. That's going to max out our internal affairs. There were many dark rumors about the second husband of the Duchess of Lila. Possibly because he was a commoner. It was whispered that he once assaulted the young Duchess of Elath for untimely marriage and demise. After years of marriage and 3 children, the Duchess of Lila divorced her second husband and refused to say why. Shortly afterward, he was found dead in the forest. Duchess of Lila and her son, the Earl of Io, have been estranged ever since. Earl of Io now lives with his sister, the Duchess of Mead. And after the last Duke of Mead went into seclusion, he hired a stream of attractive young servants who had to be frequently replaced after injuries and accidents. He eventually died from falling from a high tower window, which his family covered up. Or was it suicide? Or murder? Nothing more to learn about internal affairs. There's always more to learn about internal affairs. Agents who have visited Borealis report that all known Lumen shamans seem to have no magic powers at all, and their ritual displays with show and trickery. Rumor also has it that the mother and older sister of the last Duchess of Elath was assassinated 20 years ago by agents from Sedna, which is why she, as sole remaining heir, was married off so young. Makes sense. Festival of the Good Ladies approaching, and we need to know how to deal with that. We're currently feeling very willful. So we need to become a bit more yielding. That's gonna make us depressed, but we're gonna do it anyways. Alright, so now we have a bonus to expression and animal handling. So we're gonna do expression. We could do a decoration and a foreign intelligence. And that should max them both out, question mark? Max out decoration as we practice needlework and embroidery and designing beautiful fabrics from first scrap of fabric to the last touch of jewelry, and practice painting miniature portraits. And we maxed for intelligence. Rumor has it that the Prince of Terax was humiliated by the public dissolution of his betrothal to an heiress after she declared him a coward. Damn. The Queen of Shangia is wedded to a non-noble, a court musician whom she initially took on as a consort, bearing any offspring from inheriting the throne. She has since passed new laws to give not only their children, but also the man himself an equal claim to the crown. Rumor has it that the King of Shangia has become the true power behind the throne, and that they may also have the powers of a Lumen. He's a controversial figure within the domain, but ministers who speak against him have been known to disappear. And that's all we have to learn about foreign intelligence. would rather not go, but we will parade. We're not afraid to be the best parade leader ever, and we will fail. Decoration, success, but elegance, fail. But people are impressed with our appearance. Help the priestesses turn over the earth for the new tree to be planted. Then the new life is blessed and all the attendants join in song. Hey, we successfully led it because we looked good. But we're feeling depressed. You know what, that's fine, we can deal with that. A little more yielding and lonely. Lonely and afraid. That would override depressed. +1 depressed and afraid. Willful and angry. That would also override depressed. No, I think depressed overrides it. Let's try it. Affected by willfulness, because we got more willful. That's fine. Intrigue, military, and lumen. We still can't do anything about lumen. So let's go with the military now. Let's double down on logistics. Actually, no, strategy and logistics. Just gonna skip through that. Ready for the grand ball. Failed presence, elegance, and composure, but succeeded decoration. We're hiding everything behind armor of beauty, and we look the part. And someone's scandalous. Oh, we failed dance and court manners and flattery. Yeah, we got flattered. Oh, that read the same. Oop. I'm not sure why it didn't let us just skip past it. Our mood is very different now. We are very willful. We need to double drop the yielding on that. Let's attend court. Because that'll help us become depressed. Which helps with our expressions. Our instrument and voice in particular. Let's hit that up. Ooh, we're gonna max those out soon. So as far as instruments go, we practice complex runs, trills, and transposition on the piano. And we practice transverse flute. And the Hautbois. I've never heard of that in my life. But it's another wind instrument, it looks like. With a double reed. And as far as a voice, we do exercises in dynamics and agility of our voice. And we sing in a chorus, focus on pronunciation and staggered breathing. And practice singing in harmony. Latest events in domain. Fail our composure. So we can't do anything about it. Let's insult her with false flattering this time. My, what large breasts you have. Put them on display for any particular reason. Ooh, she assaulted our breast size. Is that what I have agents for? The intrigue? My greatest concern is noble plots. That is the greatest concern. Because when a change of power occurs, internal is most likely to kill me, followed by external. And assassination comes from both of them. So if you can get both of them, that just deals with assassins as well as any other plots. But now we angry. I don't want to be... Wait, do I want to be angry? That helps with the military, doesn't it? Let's be angry. Let's increase our loneliness, make sure pressure doesn't take over. So, want to become more angry but lonely. Actually, we have no way of going to the treasury, so let's visit Juliana. Yeah, go take the drastic action. She's gonna go blow up the treasury. Crystal's gone, knows that we are to blame. Well, he didn't fucking give us the crystal. We wanted it. He didn't give it to us. So we took it. We did what we had to do. Anyway, we still have a bonus to expression because we're still depressed, so let's finish off our instrument and voice. We practice the harp and sight reading complex music, as well as practice singing canons, focusing in time and growing vocal part, even when others are singing something else, and practice singing solos, learning to express the emotion of a piece and control the vibrations of our voice. And we have maxed out that skill. Ooh, adjustments of budget. We have no clue what we're doing, but we have paid money for a domain, so we need to raise taxes. Which is gonna be bad, but it's what we gotta do. Oh, go to visit Juliana, so we can do the crystal. Too late, turn back now. Woo! Magical girl! That effect was way too frickin' loud. Actually, can I change that? Preferences, that's yeah, I think that's like one of the only effects, so I'm just gonna put that the same. Alright. Let's see, let's take a look at the skills. We don't need intrigue or expression outfits. So we'll swap to our 2-2 for agility. Clearly. That is the only reason to switch to the 2-2. Because we were feeling pressured, we get a bonus to athletics and to faith. So we can take that to our advantage with the faith and finally go into a bit of lore and divination. So lore and divination. Learn things. Murder by strangling his wife. Since magic failed. Execute him. Hanged in the public as a deterrent to future criminals. I think he escapes from the dungeons anyway. We're feeling pressured. I want to feel more willful, however. So we'll just +2 that. And now we're feeling willful. Bonus to military and lumen. Swap on over to sensing and resisting magic. Unfortunate incident, gallows. Man was to be executed. Suddenly lashed out with explosive magical power and escaped. Oh no, and spread rumors of evil lumens. Damn. Need to be afraid and lonely, so let's explore the castle. And continue our classes. Practice with our magic and detecting magic, gaining our resistances, getting back up there. The Duchess of Varese almost certainly killed her second husband after she divorced him. Found the Earl of Io apparently hates and fears her. And the last Duke of Mead died in mysterious circumstances while she was around. No, not marrying him. Grandfather brought him to die. Send him to our uncle so we don't have to deal with the foreign affairs, potentially. Alright, still feeling very willful, so we need to get a bit more yielding, but not a lot, not a lot. Let's play with toys. Just to help curb our overall moods to neutrals. And then double down on wielding magic. And we get our magical girl outfit. Ah, the musician. dabbled in many musical styles, foreign intelligence. Queen of Shanju was taken in by a musician. It turned out to be after her crown. Not only that, but a lumen in disguise, now ruling her domain. Failed sense magic, but we did our intrigue. Instrumented voice is okay, but nothing special. That means she has other talents. Test her for secret skills. Juggle and keep a set of dangers in the air. Excellent. Well, I don't care about influencing moods. Let's talk to Sabine. Common people of Nova are wary of me because I am very young. If they see me as a grieving child, they will not trust me to protect them. Excellent. Also, magical girl outfit as we practice our luminosity. Boop. Go back into the other two classes. Because we wanna reboost that up. We have another letter from Adair. He's enjoying himself with my uncle in Mazomba. The trees look different, a lot more frogs. The Duchess of Lila is not pleased with our actions and is putting out feelers amongst the other nobles for support. This means to rebel against you, that would be treason. But she's not a long way away in her own power base. Calling her to order may not be easy. No, she is a long way away. Okay. The longer I wait, the more dangerous she may become. Then Sabine. Go to the other nobles and, just send out my own feelers. Intrigue is the important thing after all. Learning what people say, not to you. Alright, so you're still feeling fairly willful. Just, can we get afraid and cheerful? No. But we can walk in the gardens and relieve some of our burdens. And then double down on sense magic again. Oh, sense and resist. Just to, keep those on the up and up. Failed logistics and trade. And divination. Ooh, the Duchess of Lila is a popular woman. More popular in many quarters than myself. A wise mother, an experienced leader, and ruthless enough to make hard choices. Like killing her own family. So I need to influence my nobles, or they may not be mine for long. Strategy and public speaking? Failed. So we'll send assassins. Quiet, natural-looking demise. She's not a young woman, she just lost her husband. Shouldn't be suspicious. Yeah, because sending soldiers wouldn't work, because she doesn't exactly have anything on the books to be arrested for, unfortunately. So let's see. Need to be a little bit afraid and depressed. Let's visit the tomb to re-neutralize. And now we can double down on the wheeled magic. Ooh. There we go. Unpleasant news to report. Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, has instituted high tariffs and trade restriction at the Elath border, disrupting business and causing a supply shortage. We failed our economics. Let's just send emergency aid. And the Duchess of Lila has passed away quietly in her sleep. Left the title not to the Earl of Io, but to Kiran, one of her younger sons. Interesting. +1 angry, -1 lonely. If we go with the sports. That's not what I wanted to. One, lonely but cheerful. Yeah, let's go with that one. That'll mellow us down to lonely, which will boost our conversation and medicine. Okay, okay. Well, we can finally work on our court manners and flattery. Let's do that. Let's work on our conversation. Court manners and flattery. So review the correct greetings for guests according to rank and when to extend your hand to another. And we learned it's important to make eye contact when saying nice things. Fairly standard stuff. Another letter from Briony. And, we don't have good reflexes. We'll send our regrets. And not to go. So again, we are feeling lonely. I want to neutralize things a bit. I want to become yielding and pressured. Okay, +2 yielding, +1 depressed, +1 pressured. That'll like neutralize everything. That changes our entire mood to yielding, which boosts our royal demeanor, history, and faith. Big penalty to our lumens, though. Big penalty there. Well, let's get our composure and presence, then. Composure and presence. And get our sense of calm and practice in a mirror. And we're feeling lonely because we didn't go. And they seem sad that we didn't go. Angry about it, even. But that increased our loneliness and changed our mood yet again. Willful and slightly pressured. We can get more lonely, but I don't want to do that. Pressed and afraid. No, that is just visit the treasury. Yep, angry and willful. That way, nothing really happens. It boosts our willful back up, and we can just get rid of the anger very easily. And that'll help keep us lonely, so we can work on conversations more. Boop, boop. Let's double down on that public speaking. Practice tongue-twisting sequences of syllables to improve our enunciation. As well as take deep breaths and practice speaking loudly and clearly, projecting our voice to every corner of the room. And memorize lists and sonnets, then recite them for your teacher and any castle staff she can round up to serve as an audience. Ooh, the Duke of Lula sent us a gift. And hey, we're also, lived longer than last time, by 2 weeks. Cushion, finely embroidered with the design of a running horse. It's well done. Clearly required hours and hours of needlework, but it's also fairly useless. Or is it? Does it have a message in there, or is it a poisoned pillow? Magic says nothing. But we're afraid of it, so we place it across the room. Interesting. We didn't have any other checks to pass or fail. Alright. So we need to increase how pressured we are feeling. Which, that's the only way to do that. Visiting dungeons has no effect. So yeah, let's just increase the pressure. Because that's the only real thing we can do. It'll make us feel yielding. Which will again swap us back over to Royal Demeanor classes. Double down on elegance. Then we'll have to work on a mood again on the weekend. Duchess of Mead is here to see us. Oh no. Briony's gone missing. Oh no. Do need to get rid of that yielding, become more willful. Which we can do easily enough by sneaking out and becoming lonely. will once again help us with conversation and medicine. So we can work on court manners and flattery again. Alright, manners and flattery. In our magical girl outfit, of course, because that's required. As the purse with the highest rank within the domain, no one may sit at any formal event unless I give them permission, and no one must ever turn their back on me. If they do, I'm intended to recognize the insult. I also studied the rules of formal dining, including the proper utensils for different dishes. As queen, no one will comment on my mistakes, but they will notice them. Stupid bullshit. Like, oh, this is the salad fork, and this is your soup spoon. You use this other spoon for other things, and this fork for other things. But specifically your salad is this fork. Bullshit. Oh, you learned that flattering comments have the best impact when kept short, because gushing makes people feel awkward. You also learn it's always better to compliment people for their personality and choices than their physical attributes. And we've got the outfit. Great gust of wind suddenly blows out all the candles in the Great Hall. How strange. Well, still feeling rather lonely, so it's still going to work to our favor. We're also feeling a tad depressed, and we can't get cheerful and pressured. That doesn't work. But I do want to work on becoming more pressured, which the only way is this way that I have available. That's just -1 to depression. And switch on over to our new tea dress. How adorable. I love it. And again, let's stick to the court manners and flattery. Let's do those for a couple rounds. So we'll study the traditions of ballroom etiquette, including how to politely decline or accept an offer, and how to avoid the impression of attachment, as well as memorizing the correct title for every servant, and learning that it would declare war if we challenge someone's honor directly, or make a public accusation of cowardice, treason, infidelity, or murder, as well as the etiquette of dueling. Ooh. We also learned that visual elements are best to flatter on first meeting. They're expected to be noticed right away. If we spent more time with someone, suddenly complimenting their attire will ring false. And small personal details that make the recipient of my flattery feel they have truly noticed them, which is always better than a simple, "How nice you look." Most people want to believe that they are successful and well-liked, more than want to believe that they are, a handsome individual. Play into those beliefs and they'll be inclined to enjoy my company even if they should know better. Don't give away my secrets like this, game. Damn. This is how I don't want everyone to know this is how I get away in life. Everyone's on edge. We need something cheerful. We could hold a tournament. That'll also be a good time to gather intelligence. Offer us prizes. Employment? Winners will have the option of taking up royal appointments. It's a recruitment drive. Hell yeah. Well, we're gonna fail this divination of the leaves on one blossom having a drought, but decorate success in that it spoils the whole display. We pick off the dead leaves and readjust the arrangement. Wondering about blind butlers. And we continue up to our room where a maid is waiting for us. We have a gift from Kegel, from a merchant house, who was sent with a shipment down the Kavala River. And you find chocolates. Production plus trade? Failed. Court manners? Failed. Dogs? Failed. Composure? Failed. Wait, dogs? What? What would the dog check have to do with this? Of us getting chocolate in our mouth. I mean, it's probably poison. You're probably about to die. Yep, there it goes. Color seemed less bright. Poison failed. And we are dead. We died of poisoned chocolate. Come on, we knew so much intrigue. We should have known. It's been like, well, this might have been poisoned. We had such suspicion for the pillow. We're like, makes us depressed that we got to put on the other side of the room because it might be poisoned. But no suspicion for the chocolates? With all of our intrigue and foreign affairs knowledge and everything? Damn. Not survive. Damn. Well, back to the beginning. Alright. You know what, I don't know if there's a mood to boost economics. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna focus down on economics. Let's go. Let's go with accounting and production. Accounting and production. Let's just beeline it. I didn't even read what those said. Shipping. See. We want to be more cheerful and less angry. Let's visit Charlotte. That doesn't do anything for... Oh, did make us a little more cheerful. Cool. And... go again, accounting and production. Manipulation of larger quantities through direct calcs using written numbers instead of an abacus. As well as learn how the farmers in the Duchy of Marie rotate between fields for crops. And letting fields life I fallow. Let the lumen stay. Now we're going to visit her. And then we are going to double down on trade. We are afraid, but that doesn't hurt economics at all. So let's double down on trade. Learn that even the smallest of villages have a central market where locals can trade. And the individual peddlers often travel between the villages and cities. Some on foot with packs and mules, others with horses or wagons. Sometimes they come together to form a caravan. We can't skip this. Or it doesn't matter what we do. Because we don't have the standstill. Ask about the crystal. What's our mood? Afraid. Does not impede economics learning. So since we doubled on trade, that made it higher than the other two. Let's do one of each. We study money lending and the controversies in charging interest. According to the Druids, one should always return more than one is loaned, or else the debt gave no value to the world. And we learn that most of the domain's iron is mined in Sudbury and transported west by the Gowan River to Cavalon. It's iron, not tin in Sudbury. It's the Iron Lands. The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Zara and their parents gone. Just say that whole branch of the family, why don't you? Oh, so visit her, and we will find a way to get into the treasury. So we need to double down on trade. Let's do just that. The most important trade route in Maine is the Kavala River. It travels through the center of the lands, and almost every duchy contains tributaries that feed into it. So goods can be shipped along it by boat. And much of the domain's trade comes in from the Western Ocean. The capital city and our castle are located on an island near the mouth of the river where it meets the sea. This makes it the most important location for trade. The second most important is Ursulia on the Theku Bay. Ursul is the only duchy with no access to the river. They send their goods south to us by ship. Along the coastline, I suppose. we have failed all of those checks. Visit the treasury, where our counting has failed. Wait, what? Bruce Economics? What was accounting? Yeah, we're doing accounting, so we're almost there. Oh, we're willful, so that's going to be a penalty to our accounting. God damn it. Bonus to intrigue, though. And military. Let's, switch on over to Eternal and Foreign Affairs. Check our mood, because we need to drop our willful fast. We need to become a lot more yielding very quickly. We'll just run and hide. I'm more afraid. Increase our yielding by a lot. There we go, that changes our mood. Now we're afraid. So, now we can go back to our economics courses. There we go. Boop. Accounting and production. We study bookkeeping, the art of notating incomes and expenditures, as well as how to determine the amount of funds a solvent business needs to keep on hand in order to continue functioning, and the concept of diminishing returns. We also learned that hilly terrain in Hellas is no good for growing crops, but great for vineyards, and migratory flocks of sheep and goats, and that the mountains of Elath contain gold and other precious minerals. We'll apologize to her, instead of, harming her. Alright, so we're still afraid, but we need to be less that. We need more cheerful and angry. So we'll play with toys. Alright. So we'll just do the same classes. We study taxation and how past monarchs demanded too much and drove peasants to ruin. Other monarchs demanded too little and drove whole domains into ruin by lacking funds to sustain and defend them. And we learn the standard operating cost of domains military and the amounts needed to commission new ships, soldiers, and knights. We also learn that wool from Hellas travels north to Mead, where quality cloth is created and dyed with a combo of cotton and wool. And that sand from Marie is crafted into glass up in Caloris. Here, right? No, further north, I guess. Wherever, our father is Duke of. Production plus trade. Very important invention. We will invest. We'll also visit the treasury with our counting. We overwhelm the guards with facts and figures. So we can go in and get our crystal. Here we go. Alright. Now our mood says that we're afraid, which is a penalty to not economic, so we're fine there. We'll double down on trade classes. Boop, boop, boop. Over 100 years ago, a canal was constructed through eastern Lila, so that ore from Elath could be safely transported past the rapids of the upper Kavala River. The Duchy of Lila financed the canal's construction and still receives a toll for every boat which passes through. And the rise of annual fairs helps draw craftspeople and performers to different locations around the domain at different times of year, which ensures a wide access to a variety of goods and merchants. But it diminishes the power of the capital and the guildmasters. Ooh, on the edge of a renaissance, are we? The disruption of sea trade would be disastrous. The Navy keeps regular patrols against pirates, and Lookout is always maintain a shepherd's point to warn of enemy approaches. It's possible for small locations to be self-sufficient by making a wide range of goods, but each location focuses on making fewer kinds of goods. They can produce more efficiently and increase the overall amount of goods, which is better for everyone. We fail so many things there. But let's get our crystal inserted. Alright, what's our mood now? Afraid. Which helps our faith. We'll just do accounting and production and try to become more willful now. Accounting and production. Finish those off. Study the art of laying customs duties. and how those tariffs can affect the flow of goods, as well as do cost benefit analysis, public education, health provisions. Ah, shit, we got a Taka Tanaka raid. Taka is cool, Taka raids awesome people. Thank you, Taka. Thank you so much. Let me get you that lovely old shout out. Oh, Candy's here. Excellent, Candy, do your job. Mod, please. Thank you, Candy. I know you were playing that Final Fantasy VII, doing that grind to level 99, if I believe correctly. Forests of Ursul are regularly harvested for timber, but the trees in Kegel left to grow because they shade the smaller trees that produce coffee and chocolate. Glad you didn't typo that. Oh yeah, I would be angry at you. You got to 53? Nice. We've died 3 times, I think. Or at least twice. We died to chocolate poisoning us and an arrow in our gut, because we failed every single check with those. We got such great skills on the second run where we got poisoned. Well, we had maximum intrigue skills. All of our intrigue was maxed out. And we didn't decide to be suspicious of the chocolate. Why? Why didn't we? I don't understand. But we did learn the Enclave Druids gather herbs from Merva and Mazumba, wine from Halas, and honey from mead to make the most valuable medical elixirs. We did learn that. Diplomat from Ixion will offer money again this time. We'll do accounting and trade. That's more than all of Marie pays in taxes in a year. It's far too much. Counter offer it. 4,000 is more than generous. Boo! We paid half price. Nice. We are more willful, but we're also still afraid. So we need to nix that of fear. So we'll go and meditate. So now we're willful, and we can do our lumen training. Because our economics are practically maxed in this, especially if we wear the outfit. Let's do our lumen classes. Learn magic. Yeah, this is what we've been doing, Taka. We've been manipulating our emotions to serve us best in terms of learning our skills. And, you know, getting lots of failed tests along all of these dialogues. We need to get more angry but cheerful. You can't do that. Become lonely and cheerful. That would work. And we're on the same mood, so we can just learn some more magic stuff. The Duke of Sedna showed up. We politely declined the offer by telling him we will not marry him in a very unpolite manner, because we've never succeeded at that. So we want to boost our anger. If we attend court, that'll increase pressure and depression. It'll add 2 to yielding. So we're gonna end up being afraid and not willful. So instead, we'll just attend service and -1 to fear. For now, at least. And double dip into wielding magic. And get our magical girl outfit. Requested to stand judgment. We'll put that woman to work. She failed at assassination. And then... if we do anything, it's going to throw our balance out. We need to be more yielding. +1 to willful if we visit the treasury, but I don't want to do that. We need to get more cheer. So we'll do it this way. And that keeps our mood the same. Thankfully. Trying to make sure everything stays balanced so we can easily influence our emotions. We'll swap to our magical girl outfit for our continued classes. which we have already maxed at one point, or I think we maxed it. No, we got the 90s. Got all 90s across. We failed everything. Perfect. See. We'll increase yielding by 2, which will neutralize it. Depressed by 1 and pressured. So it'll end up being net depressed. Instead, if we sneak out, we will stay extremely willful. And we'll just do some more magic. Festival of the Good Ladies approaching. Ooh, our factory that we invested in is, doing lots of books, going test pamphlets. As their royal sponsors, our right to decide the content of the first printing. Our strategy failed. So we will have some pro-lumen propaganda and print pamphlets about lumens. Equivalent magic can do good things. And there's a letter for us from Brioni. We are extremely willful now, so we can attend court. And it doesn't change our mood too much. We're still rather balanced with willful being still very high. But now let's double into our... Actually, no, let's not double into it. Let's do sense magic and max it out. We do not have any skills to do anything good. Confess our fears. And hopefully that'll be fine. We didn't have any other options. Alright. Oh, we're feeling very lonely now, so we need to increase our pressure we're feeling. So we need to increase pressure, eh? Well, let's attend court. And really fuck with our mood. So now we're afraid. And that's not good for our lumen. We do still have a decent boost. But I want to be willful before we do that. What else would be a good idea? We can work on our agility. We should probably do that. We should probably have some dance and flexibility in there. Let's finally work on that. Ready for the grand ball, which we fail everything. Everyone saw me hesitate. Someone's scandalous. We're still going to pick her. And fail everything except magic. Finally passed the magic check. We failed everything. Always candy. Aunt Lucille is a lumen. Talk to our aunt. And she can't sense it, but we can. Don't know anything about magic. Just like my life, I had a little bit of funny. I know, right? Keep it hidden. It's not illegal, but it's dangerous. Let's offer her a court position to keep her close. New Lumen Minister. Status and recognition, and no one will dare call her a witch. Excellent. But we're still very afraid. So let's send service to get rid of that. But we still have that fear. And that's going to help us with our agility some more. Which we will do dance and reflexes. Just to keep things spread around a little bit. Just a little bit. Test composure. Failed. Shame her with silent scorn. And our presence fails. And we get more angry. Which is good, I suppose. because that helps bring our fear down. But now we're depressed instead, which we can also work with. Ooh. Talk to Juliana. Priestess Celine's Lumen. Centuries. Ooh. Here to train us. Ooh. We failed lore, presence, and conversation. If we survive, we'll learn everything. Fucking hell. What is that supposed to mean? Anyways, with our depression, we have a bonus to expression and animal handling. So I suppose we should work on that then. Instrument and voice. Let's see how much of that we can learn by the time our bard friend gets here. Adjustments to the royal budgets. Based on the records and notes of our current expenditures, if we maintain the current tax rate, we'll still have 5,120 gold lassie and 10 silver telassie available for special projects. Trade success. Any little trade disruption shouldn't need more than a few hundred lassie to sort out, at least temporarily. They're fine as they are. We don't need more. What I do need though is to be less depressed and slightly more willful. So can we get cheerful and willful? Nope. Get cheerful and lonely? Instead we'll just attend service to become one tick less depressed. Oh, that actually makes us angry. I thought depressed overrode it. Okay. Well, that's out of the way then. Weapons and military. Logistics and strategy then? Yeah, let's do that. Strategy and logistics. Demas, man is Lumen. Question him about crystal. Oh no, he attacks because I called him out on his crystal. Didn't mean me to die. And I resist the magic. Where they choke himself to death. And we will take his crystal for safekeeping. And now we still angry. So let's get afraid. Yeah. Now we can override it by sneaking out. There we go. That makes us willful. And that lets us go back to magic. Let's switch back to wielding and resisting magic. Understanding the flow of power gives us increased resistance to damage caused by magic, even without a shield. Now we're really anime character. Poggers. Oh, there's a letter for us. A poem describing us in a manner entirely inappropriate for our princess. What? With a squid? I've seen enough hentai to know where that poem's going. Who writes this garbage? Oh no. Let's ignore it, because if we go to get it, we'll just fall out the fucking window, because we do not have reflexes or anything for that. We do not have the reflex for that. I mean, realistically, I just fucking use magic. I'll make a disc and cut the poem up to little bits, or pull it back over. Like, there's things lumens can do with magic. Hello, we have magic. Use it as a solve-all. But whatever. We Angie. We need to be less so. End service. Can't go chasing after every NSFW thing. It's true. Alright, this puts us back to willful. So we can finish our lumen and switch back to military. Finish learning our wield magic? Yeah. and then switch to military. Boop. Which one have we not touched yet? Naval strategy. Let's grab that one. Oh, I left resist magic, not wield. God damn it, that was a waste of class. We've failed so many things, so to our uncle he goes. We want to stay willful, so let's talk to Juliana. Lumen crystals cannot be destroyed. Guard it, hide it, or give it to another. If last holy crystal is enemy, the resonance of the crystal will work against us. Be attuned to the personality as foolish or violent or scheming as the Lumini defeated. Change the crystal's resonance, give it to a weak will. Not a project we can really work on. Alright, so it's wield magic we need to finish working on. Strategy and wield magic. Use images to wield my other powers at a great distance. Excellent. Immortalize me in words. Wonder if she wrote that filthy poem. Oh, we succeeded in intrigue at least. We'll accept her as court musician. But we can't visit her because we didn't pass the other checks. Well, while we're still willful, we'll just tone ourselves down a little bit. A little bit of no. Become a little more depressed. Because we can easily work that out with tending services. And with our willfulness, we'll work on the military classes. Boop, 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 boop. Locked a new outfit. Well, has received a letter. Of which means nothing. I didn't even see a check fly past. Alright, so we need to become more yielding. Just to tone things down. -1 to depression first, though. Just -1 to depression. It just works like that. Put a uniform on as we continue our classes. On strategy and naval strategy. Now tour the barracks. And I fail all of the checks possible at the moment. Excellent, excellent. Alright. So now we'd become too angry if we would do the thing now, so let's tend to service. And continue our classes, check our skills. Let's do one. Let's double logistics? No. No, strategy and logistics. Let's do those two classes. Strategy and logistics. Unpleasant news to report. Economics. Success. You have a large amount of discretionary funds remaining in the treasury and can easily handle the situation. Send emergency aid. Excellent. Alright. So now, if we were to attend court, become more pressured and depressed. Depressed would overwrite willful, but we'd only have to deal with that for 1 round, 1 week. And we get a bonus to our expression, which doesn't so much matter anymore. I don't think it really does anything for or against us. We'll do it anyways. Do a decoration and a voice. Decoration and voice. There are letters for us. Well, we're just going to die if we go do that, so we're just gonna pass again. Alright, so that rebalances us. So if we sneak out, we'll become more willful. And that'll reboost our military, so we can do a naval strategy and logistics. Let's toss one into logistics and one into strategy. Strategy, logistics. I'm not sure if I'll actually max. Yeah, see, that doesn't hit max. I don't want 3 of them like that. Let's see, current mood. We need to feel a bit more pressured. -1 willful, +1 pressure. Yeah, that'll work out. That'll balance us. Our skills, we are maxed on strategy. And logistics is currently a fake max. Let's do a naval strategy and logistics. And that doesn't quite max out naval strategy, but we did study the effect of cannons against coastal installations such as docks and villages. But we did max out logistics, so we know how to delay the advance of an invading force by disrupting transport and communications. That's good. Eris, the Duchess of Lala, has declared civil war. Feels I'm a weak leader, unfit to be queen, and has swayed several to her banner. Sudbury is completely surrounded by rebel duchies and may not have a choice. In Halas Marie, it is less clear. We have 4 battalions, 2 companies, 1 platoon. Ooh! But we had like 10 battalions though. Naval side is useless in conflict. Everest can field more battalions. Come down to a question of strategy. And we will use propaganda via the printing press. Work good. Ways to increase the number of soldiers we have available. Pardon various imprisoned criminals in exchange for military service. Yeah, let's not do that. I will not make trustworthy soldiers. Alright, we're still feeling rather willful. Let's get rid of our bit of depression there. Let's just get rid of that. We don't need it. Alright, so we'll plop 1 to naval strategy. We'll plop down another to finish off our production classes. Economics, production, right? Naval strategy and production. Yeah. Study the difficulty of a sneak attack at sea and ways that it can be achieved anyways. Ooh, as well as a secret combination of metals, carefully heated and worked to create Wootz steel for top quality swordsmithing. Wootz steel, also known as Damascus steel. But better name is the Wootz steel. Negotiated Rebels has arrived to speak with me. Free to marry one of Duchess Harisa's sons, become regent, and guide the domain to stability. Just a compromise. It's not good enough. Refuse to surrender. Battle it must be. Fucking bitch. Come at me, knave. -1 willful, +1 to pressure. Alright. So now, via Engi, get a bonus to weapons and military. Which doesn't really do us much good at the moment, but let's learn swords and archery anyways. Where... weapons, there it is. Swords and archery. Practice with a wooden sword with the correct grips and stances, as well as twisting and waxing bowstrings from a variety of fibers. War rages for control of Nova. Required to take personal control of my forces. My control of magic enhances my claim to divine right of rulership. And I sow chaos with my lumen powers. I like to take on a whole army by myself. No, I could. Final outcome is a victory because of my magic. Met with cheers local populace. Aris is executed and the other rebels pay tribute to keep my holdings. And cost paid in lives. Resolved the affair with much less loss of life than expected, though. But a quarter of battalions on my side, one and over half battalions among the rebels. But there are no more rebels now. They're once more my loyal subjects. Alright. Well, let's reload up. Approximately 3 battalions, 2 companies, and 1 platoon under my direct command. And we are Engi, so we're still learning weapons. Let's learn swords and polearms. Practice slow swings to hit precisely marked targets, building up muscles and control, as well as drilling with a partner, attacking and blocking in patterns. Then we learn about long weapons, from quarterstaff to spear to halberd and glaive. Glaives are fun. We need a tournament. Let's offer employment. Because we need more peeps. We need more military. Let's switch to feeling pressured. 8 battalions, 1 company, 1 platoon. There we go. We have a military back. Alright, so we're feeling pressured. Bonus to athletics and faith. And penalty to conversation, history, and eco. That's fine. Let's boost our athletics then. Let's work on that. Get some running and climbing done. Actually, let's focus on swimming. I don't know how much longer we have. Maybe we had a year in camp, can't remember. But we need to make sure we can swim. I think the illuminating might need us to swim. Practice walking at a brisk but comfortable pace for a set length of time every day. And we get comfy in the water. Week of the general tournament. People would be pleased if I participate in their games, but it would expose me to danger. Yeah, no, I'm not good at any of that stuff. Tournament goes on without me. Feeling pressured. But yeah, I want to stay that way. Let's just get less Engi. So we can keep our athletics and faith up. We'll do climbing and swimming this time. And let's see. Ooh! Father wishes to speak with us and it's urgent. Map of the coastline. His face is grave. Ships approaching from Sanjia, a war fleet. And within a week they'll be within Novan waters. We need to recruit soldiers. And I will lead the fleet in person. An invasion, sore disaster for which a lumen's power may be worth the cost. We do know magic that could sink a whole fleet. Well, maybe after we consult with Ursula. Easy enough to attack 1 soldier, 1 ship, as a demonstration, but an entire fleet. Immense amount of power, more than any 1 lumen could rise. Oh, we would die if we would. Not could, would. Dangerous power of Imperial Nova was lumens acting in concert. 3, perhaps 4 might have strength to destroy the fleet. We will use magic against the fleet, but I don't want to do such a large thing, because that'll awaken something. I remember this ending. I've gotten it before. I just didn't remember all the choices leading up to it. Alright. Send court. That'll keep us pressured for our athletics. We need to do our running and climbing. And get our athletic outfit. Nope. Danger on the high seas. Wielding magic. We've caused the ocean to roar as it swallows them all up. Some of the Shanjians may survive, but the threat as an invasion has ended. But we've also woken something from the deep, and it's gonna be scurry. I don't know if we can really handle that. But we might be able to. Alright, so I want to be less depressed now. We want to up that cheerfulness. Let's bring everything in line. Oh no, that's yielding. I don't want to be yielding. Royal demeanor, history, and faith. Well, oh well, we'll just keep working on the athletics anyways. Running and swimming, let's go. Your exercise gear on. Actually, check our skills. Yeah, Lumen's all maxed. So running and swimming. Let's go. Practice jogging and the proper techniques and clothing for running in different kinds of weather. And practice treading water. Magic storms created giant waves that swept inland as well as out. And we've had danger along the shoreline. Oops. Reports are increasing even long after the events of the battle, and strange shapes in the sea to the west. A sea monster. Uh-oh. Let's see. Mood is now afraid, so we need to stop being that. So we need to get willful and angry. We don't have anything for willful and angry, but we do have willful and lonely. Let's do that one. That does keep us afraid. Does mean we can work on agility. So our reflexes and flexibility. I think we want to keep working on our swimming though, regardless. So swimming and climbing. Make sure we can swim if we're going to go deal with an ocean monster. So we learn a whole bunch of things about swimming. In the Grand Hall, our father is waiting for us. A kraken has risen due to our feats of the ocean. Vast, voracious, and allegedly unkillable. It could destroy Nova's shipping. Ooh, the priestess could help us. Can bring the records of the circle, so we know what we face. Left alone, beasts will feed until the seas run red, and then it'll sleep, costing hundreds of thousands of lives. We can freeze it in its tracks for a short time. It should eventually sleep if we do that. Take approximately 7 years. But if at any point the spell is too weak or not renewed in time, it would break loose. And eldritch beasts can be driven out by sacrifice of a lumen or potential lumen. And Charlotte too, but can never hurt our favorite cousin. We'll try to seal it away. Let's do our best to seal it for 7 fucking years. It's not actually gonna happen. It's gonna get free in that 7 years. But we will try anyways. Anything for anger? No, we don't have the anger. So instead we can balance it out with willful. And I'm still afraid. Running and climbing. Actually, no, just running and swimming. We'll keep the other two somewhat balanced. Visitors arrived to help us prepare for the upcoming festivities. Only 2 weeks remain before our birthday and official coronation. Celine is going to help with the sealing. Size and scope of the feast depends on the expense the royal treasury is willing to bear. Do a respectable feast. Some bread and sausage and a bit of cake. As a treat, let them eat the cake. We won't have my head rolling or anything. We'll visit Charlotte. Matter. Learn more about magic. Says it needs a crystal. When she dies, or when I die. I have an extra crystal. I can give you a crystal. Alright, so the skills don't matter anymore, but let's try it anyways. Running and climbing. Round it all out. Castle's buzzing with the preparations. But we failed the decorations. Elevating the highest ranks in nobility would be a major shift in power, even though I'm under no obligation to marry so young. Banyan, the Duke of Marie, powerful and eligible noble, only 10 years older than myself. God damn. Not for a 15-year-old, that's a huge difference. That's 2/3 of a lifespan. There's the Duke of Lila. Kevin, the Earl of Io. Little Adair. People think I ought marry Gwinnell's half-brother who ain't even 9 yet. Fuck's sake, people. I need to marry eventually. I'm still young, so I don't need to. All of these are all the male names, so none of those. I have a country to run. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Let's see. Yeah, nothing for anger, so just calm our fear and feel pressured. That'll finally help us in athletics, where we can finish off climbing and swimming. Oop. Finish all that. We're gonna learn nothing more about swimming, and we max out climbing. And Coronation Day. Well, this time last year, we're celebrating our 14th birthday. No fucking shit. If it's our birthday, it's at the same time every year. So we were in school gardens with our friends, we got tea and cakes from a teacher, and we got a crown of flowers from a wealthy merchant's son. The title was something for the future. Many of our peers would be duchesses or the earls or the like. Well, but not then. We were all just children. We got wonderful gifts from our parents from afar. It was also the last time we saw our mother. Now we are legally an adult at 15. We have worked, studied, suffered, and prepared, and we have failed in our courtly manners. We are good as a merchant. We'll kneel before the priestess as she recites the blessings. Calls upon us for oath of rulership. We will guide and govern and protect our people, to the best of our abilities according to law and custom. We will, to the best of our power, uphold the ideals of love, honor, justice, and mercy. And we are now the sworn queen. As everyone bows their head and kneels in service to me, the true sovereign. And what a fitting way to end this stream. We actually succeeded. We have become queen! And once we were secure on the throne, our father returned to his birthplace, the focus as being duke. And he was pursued by many women, but he had no interest in remarrying. As the Lumen minister, Lucille requisitioned the orange crystal from me and offered it to Charlotte, who is not able to activate its powers. Young queen, I pointed out that the crazed murderer would not resonate well with Charlotte, and so Charlotte would have to wait to inherit her mother's magic. Me and my trusted lumens sailed out every week to check on the condition of the Kraken and to reinforce the seals. It was inevitable that others would discover the secret and blame us for it. After all, the monstrous lumen experience caused the fall of the old capital. Tentacled beast from the deep was just more of the same. We're not the only ones to notice the increased naval traffic and the frequent absences. Pirates from Orcus stepped up their raids in the area, hoping to take me hostage and ransom me. I was forced to engage in even a larger naval escort to make regular trips, and the economy struggled under the burden. I mean, I can just sink individual ships on command. I'm powerful. I eventually married a foreign duke to advance alliances and promote strength. Ain't a love match, but I learned to respect and care, and I had 2 children. The printing press invention, though, sparked a new age of literacy and knowledge. And we ushered in the Renaissance. My interest in military strategy led us to treat country management as a game that she intended to win. So our legacy stretched into the future with a Novan military what no invader could ever hope to threaten. Long live the Queen! We have a sealed Kraken at our command. We had an incredibly strong military. We had great ideas about trade. We were incredibly strong magically. And, we could, swim and climb real good. Everything else, we stunk at. Ooh, look at this background, though. Ooh. Nice. This is what I need for my own overlays and screens. Like, this could be like my BRB or going live soon. You know, just edit this to be me. Perfect. But that was Long Live the Queen. And we actually managed on the 3rd try, without a guide, I have no guides up, managed to actually succeed and win and stay alive. Which, I mean, that's pretty pog, not gonna lie. Actually managing to stay alive? Like, damn! What a world. What a world. But, alas, it is time for us to part. And so it is with the, a heavy heart that I must send you on to another. But it is not alone that I send you, for I go as well. But it does beg the question, who should we go hang out with? I've got an idea. Actually, yeah, we're gonna go over there. We haven't seen him in a while. We haven't seen him in a long while. So let's go say hey to Mr. Jest. Y'all know how long it's been since we've been over there? Far too fucking long, I can say that much. So let's go raid Mr. Jest, who is playing Tiny Tina's. Let's go pop over there and watch him shoot things and have fun. But until next time y'all decide to stop on by and see me, just know that I appreciate your presence every time. Whether your presence is here or in the Discord, either one, honestly, I just appreciate it. Thank you all so much. And until I get to see you again, bye-bye!